And Jason, do you have an update on Mark Ivy? That's the person in federal custody, maybe? Or is that all family violence?
I could check the update on it. Judge, I mean, it's the big, well, we only have a little drug case, but they have sexual assault cases.
Okay,
But I can see if there's anything in our system. I usually send it off, I'll update it.
all right. Is there a defense attorney who practice in federal court? Hi, can you look up a defendant for us? His name is Mark Ivy, and just see if there's a setting on the system for him. Thank you.
Here in the Western District?
I am unsure.
Well, you know what, Judge, because back on, well, this is September 2023, it says that he's currently housed in Kinney County Detention Center in Del Rio.
That's the real.
You can't.
He is on a writ status.
Oh, thank you.
That's the last thing I have in mind.
All right.
There's, I think there's, if this is accurate, he was supposed to be sent maybe to Maverick County after he's done with feds because I think he has a murder at a Maverick.
Ah,
That's what family violence has on there.
okay. Could I see the files on Mark Ivy, please? So what are the updates?
Looks like it might be closed there. And the feds. So I'll send another email to my clerk. One is open. Oh, one is open.
And do you know what type of case that is that's open? Okay.
The fire posted.
Okay, and he's still in McKinney County or Kinney County? Huh. And we don't,
Sentencing date.
Five?
uh, and that's with the feds.
They're really behind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 20 million bucks. At 2:00. What's up? Oh, it should be right up there, sticking out of the file. Somebody will stick the file up there. Keep that right there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm ready for my hot dog.
All right, and Ms. Ferguson, if you can get Anthony Zamora here.
The doors are open. both
Okay.
sides are open. And there you are, yeah, you always, you're right, you're road, never here. Yeah, he did really mess up.
Okay, that works.
And then he says.
I know.
I mean, I just found that out today. says he did talk to the assistant chief, say it's okay or something. That's what the. That's something that go.
Yeah, that's no water check.
Yeah.
But Sean, have you voted? It's right downstairs. Yes, it's for the appraisal district. The interns have voted. They knew all about it. What? You chicken out.
Before the savvy.
Well, I will tell you, but for somebody sending me an email and the sign outside the courthouse door that says vote here, I wouldn't have known it was on the ballot.
We'll just get
Yeah,
started.
yeah, oh yeah, and also. That's a little bit.
You're bringing my guy.
And Deputy Laura, Deputy Laura, can you bring out Jacob Moya?
Accidentally added the wrong docket on here.
Oh, okay,
The docket date.
okay.
Basically in here, take that. Application.
All right, can I see the file on Jacob Moya, please? Oh, is it not here?
There may be restitution.
No, I know.
All right, can you mute us for a moment, please? All right, who's here on Janessa Salazar? Who's the attorney? All right, we'll wait for him to come back.
He's in the back. They're gonna call.
Just stepped outside. You
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Greg Demaray?
Yeah, he's in the conference room.
Okay,
was talking to somebody else.
okay, sure. Janessa Salazar?
Yes.
Court is calling 2024 CR 3821, State of Texas versus Janessa Lynette Salazar. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state
Jason, your hand, your honor.
defense?
Greg Murray.
And are you Miss Salazar? Counsel, have you received all the discovery? Did you review it with your client?
I did and I have, Judge.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Ms. Salazar, did you review the document entitled True Bill of Indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
You are, your honor.
Did you review the document entitled Application for Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the document entitled Court Admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you're charged with the offense of theft under $2,500 enhanced?
Yes, ma'am.
That's a state jail felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine.
I did. Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent? Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights? And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case? Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
I believe she does, Judge.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I do, Your.
Ms. Salazar, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter the plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Absolutely. Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her rights to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
I did. Yes, ma'am.
Excuse me. All right, according to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 2 years in the state jail facility. There is a $1,500 fine. State recommends community supervision. They're taking in consideration cause number 729,758. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense?
Yes, ma'am.
State?
Yes, your honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places? Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 2 years. There be a top evaluation, 180 hours of community service restitution, and no contact with Walmart. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations? Then to the offense as charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? State any evidence?
No objections, Your Honor.
All right, state you may continue to confer. Did you review the document entitled Waiver and Consent to Stipulation of Testimony and Stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Did, yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there will be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. After reviewing states exhibits one and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, sir.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
You're my client, Judge. Is on disability. She is a mother. There's very humble in this case. Nothing that she has even tried to minimize or anything. She understands her role in this and she wants to complete her probation successfully.
All right, what are you on disability for?
I had a back and mental. My back and I had surgery and for mental, I had bipolar and.
Exactly.
Yeah, anxiety, depression.
All right, why do you keep stealing?
There wasn't any reason for it. I didn't have the money.
I'm sorry,
I
what?
didn't have the money and I shouldn't have done it. It was a Halloween outfit for my son.
Okay, so I
There's no
can't
reason.
understand what you're
There
saying.
was no reason at all. No reason.
All right, so why? If there's no reason whatsoever, then why are you stealing?
Don't have a good answer. There's no good reason for it at all.
I mean, well, there has to be a reason because you had to. I looked at the items and the items are not all in one location, so you have to walk around Walmart.
Yeah.
And I think everybody may be familiar with the layout of Walmart.
So,
Crayons are not on the same aisle as eyeliner.
it's-
Eyeliner is usually in the health and beauty department. So I'm trying to figure out why are you stealing? And this is not the first time.
no, no.
So what's going on with you that you feel the need to take what does not belong to you?
I didn't have the money.
So why is it when you don't have the money, your go-to is let me steal it? And it's not even a stealing of food, eyeliner. What does that have to do with anything?
That it was one of the items, correct? I'm sorry.
And then there's a theft of taking of glitter.
That was for the Halloween outfit.
All right, well,
It doesn't, I'm sorry.
and how old is your children?
My son is 4.
4?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so 4-year-old is not going to know if they don't go to Halloween or not
Correct.
and go trick or treating from door to door. But I think a 4-year-old will know if their mom is not home because she's at the prison for stealing.
Yes, ma'am.
And then who are the nails for?
I don't, I guess maybe for myself, I'm not sure. I don't remember exactly, but I don't remember those items that I have any on it.
Do you remember any of the items that you took?
I don't remember exactly, but I believe that there was makeup for my son's outfit, which was a wolf outfit, and to be honest with you, I don't, it was.
What does the glitter come in on a wolf
Yeah,
outfit?
that's what I don't recall that.
Unless it's Twilight.
Twilight is actually, no.
No, Twilight is the,
Sorry.
no,
I'm sorry.
Twilight is the vampires where they added some sort of glitter that is not in any of the vampire lore that I've ever read,
Yes,
but
ma'am. I'm thinking maybe that was the name on the packaging for that, because it was face paint
Mhm.
for his outfit.
All right, so how are you, who all lives in the house with you?
My son, my youngest son, and my oldest son, and myself.
All right, so you all are just living off of your social security?
I get help with the assistance with housing and my social security, and my oldest son is actually about to be sworn in the Marines, so he's gonna be in the Marine son. And yes, that's pretty much what I live off. Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can't steal. It's against the law. And now they're asking for no contact with Walmart, so you will not be able to go to Walmart.
Yes, ma'am.
It's probably gonna have to be Target or Sam's or Costco somewhere else, but no longer you're allowed to go to Walmart. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And that means any Walmart.
Yes, ma'am.
With regards to the $1,500 fine,
Your Honor, she is indigent, as she just stated. I would ask if you could waive or hold that in abeyance.
all right, the court will sentence you to 2 years in the state jail facility, suspended and probated for 2 years. There's a $1,500 fine that'll be probated. Take in consideration 729,758. There should be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Regular random UAs. Proof of employment or SSI within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider with minors. Court is going to order 180 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order parenting classes. Once she's completed the parenting classes, the community service hours will be deemed satisfied. There's to be no contact with Walmart. Field visits. One time per month for 3 months. Was Child Protective Services at all involved? We can do a MIC evaluation out of custody.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and then the system is down, but normally for a state jail felony, the court costs will probably run about 300 to, I'll say, 380.
Yes.
If for some reason she's unable to pay that, you'll just have to submit a letter.
Yes, ma'am.
Probation, is there anything else she needs? Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes,
And
ma'am.
did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. When you want things, you got to work for them. If you don't have any money for it, you would probably be shocked. Sometimes you go up to somebody and you say, hey, I don't have any money. I'm on SSI, or this is what's going on in my life. I'm trying to make a costume for my son. Somebody in Walmart probably would have said, oh, this is $10. Here you go. I'll pay for it. I've seen people do that all the time. But now what you've done is you set yourself back, because now you have to do all of this. And you don't understand. It appears that you don't understand. You're not allowed to steal. I would have ordered a course for you, but I'm going to give you the course now. Don't take what doesn't belong to you. Period. And then there's a criminal trespass. I believe that's the criminal trespass as it relates maybe to Walmart. Here's the thing. When you have something that's a criminal trespass and people tell you you're not allowed back here, don't go. If you do go to a location and the owner asks you to leave, leave. That's your 2 courses that I'm giving you. Do you understand?
I do.
In this court, to be successful on probation, communication is key. If there's an issue, let your probation officer know. If you feel as though they're not addressing it, you can always come back to the court.
Yes, ma'am. Thank
All
you.
right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Let's wait. Thank you,
All right,
Judge.
you're welcome. Who is Ramonique Quarles?
That is my client, Your Honor.
Sure.
He is on Zoom.
Okay. I will tell you, he's on Zoom at 9. He showed up.
He was there all day long.
Yeah.
I told him he could get off, come back on at 1:30.
All right, Mr. Quarles. All right, you're muted, sir.
There I go. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. All right. State on Mr. Quarles.
I'm sorry, Judge.
This case, it's an aggravated assault. This is, okay. My understanding, complainant is in prison?
My understanding is that's correct, Judge, on a not obviously related charge, but,
Mhm.
I was talking to Mr. Porter, I gave an offer, and I think he was saying that to set it for trial.
Correct.
Yes,
All right. So how long is this trial going to last?
it's pretty straightforward, I guess, other than the alleged part. Without board ire judge, 2 days, so 3.
All right, if y'all want to confer with Ms. Ferguson on a jury trial date, and I know that this case appears to be old, but it's not all. What you want tomorrow?
We're obviously gonna look at it.
Yeah.
Look at somebody back, at least 10 business days.
Yeah. So if y'all get with Ms. Ferguson on a date? All right. All right, Mr. Quarles, we're gonna get a date for you for trial.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
Sure.
Have a nice day.
All right. Thank you. Just remain on, Mr. Quarles.
Yes, Your Honor.
August 6th.
Okay.
Just like.
All right, so your jury trial is going to be for August 6th, and you need to make sure that you're present in the courtroom. Do you understand?
I understand. Yes, Your Honor.
All right, then. Thank you. And thank you for
Thank-
dressing appropriately for Zoom.
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
All right.
Okay, thank you. That excuse you.
Yes. Is there anyone else who's ready? All right, thank you. All right, are you all ready on Giovanni Escobedo? And counsel, thank you for your help on that.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah.
Anytime. It's pretty easy.
So has there been a major backlog in the federal system?
It is. That court specifically where he's at, there's only one judge.
Ah,
And they have a lot of cases. I think there's a new judge that was, but I don't know if he has started yet. And obviously they have the COVID problem too.
yeah.
And it's a border town,
Ah,
so they get a lot of cases every day. So yeah,
Okay.
they have a lot of cases.
okay. Oh, thank you. All right, so on this case, where are we with regards to immigration issues?
I need to continue doing some research, Judge, because Mr. Escobedo has other cases out of county too that are pending. I have an offer by the state that I need to discuss with him and make sure it's not gonna be affect his immigration status. Also, the discovery, I just got it, not that they didn't upload it, but all this problem with the computers. And I'm gonna download it all today and share it with him and see what we want to do. We have an offer. I'm trying to get the Padilla letter and
So-
we are at.
So you're doing the immigration,
I can do my own research.
okay. How old are you?
26.
All right, Norma, set this for 45 days, and that will be your plea deadline date. And if nothing is worked out on your case, then it will be a quick turnaround for jury trial.
Understood, Judge.
All right, July 27th will be your plea deadline date. 22nd.
22nd.
All right, July 22nd will be your plea deadline date. Do you have any questions?
No.
All right, thank you. All right, good seeing you.
Good to see you too,
Thank you, Judge. Maybe excuse.
Yes,
Maybe excuse me.
yes.
That's asking for a lot, right? That's basically. They think that obviously things gonna be up and running the next.
Yes.
Oh, really?
The waiting.
Mhm.
It's running.
It's up, yeah.
It's
Okay,
a good boy.
you can see, well, I'm also
You
trying.
can see some.
Somewhere.
I am. I was trying to be a beach guard, lifeguard. Somehow they don't want me. I don't know why.
That was the best.
What, did something happen on your watch?
You know what, Judge? My butterflies, are legendary. All the kids gathered by the pool just to catch those waves. Here, working out on that. Just for 30 days.
All right, Victoria Velez.
But we've conferred with the VA, and I believe we have an agreement in place.
Okay.
So what I'm asking for, my client, I don't know if you remember, has been diagnosed with leukemia and is going through different things, trying to take care of that. I'm asking for just a 30-day reset, and then we'll plea on this case.
All right, is there, and I understand the issues. Is there a reason why it can't be taken care of today?
And what would be the reason?
Well, because we basically just gave me an offer that we're not completely.
So do you need more time to confirm?
Yeah.
Sure.
yes,
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Sure.
I'm always curious.
It's a good way of putting it.
Yeah. These are beautiful flowers. All right.
Those are beautiful flowers.
Oh, thank
They brought
you.
there.
Yeah, they're from Hawaii,
Oh, it's beautiful.
and I was surprised. I was like, oh, I think flowers always brighten a day, you know? All right, so Norma, in this case, is 30 days enough time for you?
You know, I say 30, that'd be July 4th-ish. I'm gonna be, Judge, anytime, I'm gonna be going back home to Colorado, probably be back around the 10th or after that, if that's possible.
All right, Norma, can you set this the 4th week of July? Is that good?
Perfect, Judge.
Okay. Is the 23rd good?
Perfect, Judge.
Is the
Thank you.
23rd good for you?
Yes.
Is that going to
I don't
interfere
know
with it?
what day is that?
That's a Tuesday. Is that going to interfere with your treatment?
I actually have an appointment the next day, so maybe like a couple of days after that, that'll work out. 'Cause,
All right, so
23rd is good.
no, I told her maybe like the 27th. Is that?
the 27th is a Saturday.
Or so, then let's do the Friday or Monday.
Monday is the 22nd,
So Monday's the 27th. Okay.
July.
Plan it with me, that's fine. I'm sorry.
Sure.
That's fine.
So do you want it on what is a good date for you? Because I know you have treatments and sometimes you're sick after treatments and you need recovery time.
Right, so I would say the Monday after, so would it be the 27th?
So you're saying the 29th?
Yes, that's better.
Do you have a calendar?
Yeah, I
like
have my
this is
planner with
tough.
me. I just
Yes.
have my planner with me.
All right, he's
I
going to show you the calendar.
Let me show you.
Yeah, let me see.
Let's do
I was
this.
gonna ask you that. before I left it.
It's okay. I'm here. We're here every day. Now, I get to say that.
Thank you.
So we're looking at July.
So I
You have an appointment on what day?
So she said, sorry, I said either. this-
Can you use number? You have an appointment
So
on
in on the 24th.
24th. Okay,
Yes, I said 29th.
29th.
Yes.
Okay.
Is that about right?
Well, it's kind of getting into where I'm pushing it up against.
Okay, well then that's on Friday.
So when is your appointment?
It's on July 24th, which is a
All right,
Wednesday
so do you want to do it on the 22nd?
on the.
Because I
Monday.
don't know,
Okay,
sometimes
yeah, let's do that. Let's
the
do that.
22nd?
Yes.
That's good, Judge.
All right, so we'll put it on the 22nd because I know sometimes after treatment, it takes a while to recover.
Sure.
So July 22nd, once you sign the reset form, you are excused.
Thank you, Judge.
so much.
All right, thank you.
Appreciate you.
All right, you're welcome.
All right.
Take care.
You've already just-
Oh, yeah. That's a dismissal.
All right, Renee Roman. And then Greg, you just have one more, I think. All right, court is calling 2024 CR 1271, State of Texas versus Renee Roman. If I'm gonna have parties announced for the record for the state
Casey Garrett, and your
defense.
Raymond Bell for the defense.
And are you Mr. Roman?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Counsel, did you review the document entitled Discovery Acknowledgement with your, have you received all the discovery and did you review it with your client?
Yes, on both, Your Honor.
All right, court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Roman, did you review the document entitled True Bill of Indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you, counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Recent waive.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
No, Your Honor. Paging repeater and also waiting count 2. Proceeding on count 1 alone.
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, did you understand in count 1, you're charged with the offense of unauthorized use of a vehicle?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did your attorney explain to you the court admonishments and review that with you in detail? And did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you understand that the range of punishment for unauthorized use of a vehicle is anywhere from 180 days in the state jail facility up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you have a plea with the state, court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court doesn't follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case? Court counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
He has, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
Based on my interactions, I do, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I do, Your Honor.
Mr. Roman, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea? Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. How do you pronounce your last name?
Roman.
Roman. See, that's what I was thinking, because I was thinking about Judge Roman. All right. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
According to the plea, state is proceeding on count 1. Punishments to be assessed at 15 months in the state jail facility. There's a $1,000 fine and no applications. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
State?
It is, Your Honor.
Did you review the paragraph entitled Waiver of Appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
I did file pretrial motions, Judge. However, they were not presented to the court for hearing.
Then to count one, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? State any evidence?
Be the same, no objection, Your Honor.
All right. Did you review the document entitled Waiver and Consent to Stipulation of Testimony and Stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places, Mr. Roman? Again, did you understand you have a right to, and state you may continue to confer? Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent? Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. After reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Just ask the court to follow the agreement of parties. My client understands that he had a definite lapse in judgment when he engaged in this activity. He recognizes it was inappropriate behavior. And he, wants to accept responsibility for that. So that way he can get back on track. He does have a family to support. He has a wife and a child. And it's definitely been difficult on him being in jail. He understands he just needs to get this behind him. That way he can get back on the path to supporting his family.
Why do you keep stealing?
It's just bad decision, man.
Well, why do you keep making bad decisions of stealing?
I mean, I don't know, I guess it's just history against this. Something that I just keep screwing up, that's it.
How old are your children?
9 and 6.
9 and 6. So do you think they're proud of you right now?
No, I don't.
So why do you keep doing things that are not making your children proud of you? That's the question. You've got to get to the root cause of that, because the way I see it, you're going to end up spending the rest of your life in somebody's prison. And you know what's going to end up happening? I don't know who the mother of your children is. I don't know what type of person she is. I will tell you, some of the women in my family, I won't say some, all. If you go to prison, they're not bringing children to visit you at the prison. And then, of course, the rest of the family is going to say, why do you keep having children with this person who keeps stealing? So you need to stop. Otherwise, you're going to spend the rest of your life in prison or in the Bexar County Jail or wherever it may be. And then you know what ends up happening? Children, the way they learn to speak is they listen to other people and they imitate what they're doing. So do you want your children stealing leaf blowers and then driving to the location to sell the leaf blowers back to the person that it was stolen from?
Right.
And then not only do you bring the complainants their leaf blowers to try to sell them back to him, but you arrive in a stolen vehicle. All right, court is going to find you guilty, sentence you to 15 months in the state jail facility. There's $1,000 fine. Time and money will not run concurrent and give you credit for any time served. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we can go off the record. Good luck to you. You better make better decisions. Otherwise, you're gonna be that person at the prison, and you know what? A new person's gonna come in and they're gonna say, how do things run around here? And somebody's gonna say, oh, you need to ask the person we call the grandfather, because they're the old person here. And they're gonna say, who is that? Oh, that's Mr. Roman. And they're gonna point to you. Don't be that person. All right, good luck to you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I'll let you. Have you excused, Judge?
You're welcome. Yes, have a good one.
Good to take care.
Norma, we need Natasha Torres. All right, let me see the file on that one. And has George Schaefer talked to his client, Jose Castañon?
He's right.
Oh, I can't see you over there.
Judge, we have paperwork just ready to be certified and then we'll proceed.
All right, thank you. And then Norma, on Mark Ivy, we're just gonna recall that for tomorrow.
Wasn't hiding from you, Judge.
Well, no, it's hard to see over the big screens. It'll be nice if they had the screen smaller.
Well.
Are the parties ready on Castano?
They'll tell you when to move.
Can I have a file stamp for a plea? No problem. Court is calling 2021 CR 10875, State of Texas versus Jose Castano. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense,
George Schaefer is here for defendant, Your Honor.
and are you Mr. Castano?
Yes,
Counsel, have you received all the discovery and did you review it with your client?
I have, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. There are no applications.
No application.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes,
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
you do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
No, Your Honor, we're proceeding on a lesser included attempted arson, which is a second degree felony.
Any objection?
No, Your Honor, we'd ask the court to approve the state's request to amend.
All right. And Mr. Castellon, did you review the document entitled Court Admonishments and Defendants Waivers and
Yes, ma'am.
Affidavit of Admonitions?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand the state is proceeding on the lesser included offense of attempted arson of a habitation or place of assembly? That's a second degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine.
Understood.
If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court doesn't follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Understood.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Understood.
Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
Yes.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, understood.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
He has, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
He does now, Your Honor, although I'll point out for the record that in March of 2022, he was determined to be incompetent to proceed. He's gone through restoration services and has again now regained his competence to proceed. I find him so competent today as well.
All right. And do you believe he was sane at the time of the offense?
I do, Your Honor.
Mr. Castellon, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter the plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, the state is proceeding on the lesser included offense of attempted arson of of a habitation or an assembly. Punishment is be assessed at 2 years in the prison, and there are no applications. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Understood.
Defense?
It is, Your Honor.
State?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Understood. Yes, ma'am.
Did you sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court.
Understood.
Counsel, are there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Then to the lesser included offense, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State any evidence?
No objections, Your Honor.
All right, states, you may continue to confer. Did you review the document entitled Wavering Consent to Stipulation of Testimony and Stipulations with your attorney? Did you
Yes.
understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there'll be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same.
Yeah, she's reading the report to make sure there's enough evidence there to support your plea.
Okay.
And, all right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. And counsel, you don't believe there is an issue of sanity?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Well, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes,
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Judge, other than the fact that he's been in custody for a long time and has withdrawn from his use of alcohol and other substances, I think the defendant is prepared to accept the sentence of the court at the present time.
All right. Mr. Castagnon,
Yes, Your Honor.
when you're released, what are your plans?
My plans are to get my life together, first report to Center for Health, and get my identity and things going, and get me a place to live, which is a good environment, would be for a facility where would be groups for mental health, you know, place would be in a good environment, would be no drugs, or alcohol involved, that would be not permitted.
All right. Do you have any family support?
Yes, I do, my brothers and my sisters.
Okay. And have you been in contact with them since
I've
you've been in custody?
contact quite a bit with my brother.
Okay. All right. The court is going to follow your agreement, sentence you to 2 years in the prison. I'm going to ask for mental health treatment while he's at the prison. However, I have no jurisdiction over that. Yes.
He has 907 days credit.
All right. So I understand that, but here's the thing. I am sentencing you to the 2 years. I can even say judgment satisfied in it, but they're probably, maybe, will still transfer you to the prison to process you. Has he ever been to prison before?
State jail.
All right, so you may not be in their system, and if you're not in their system, it's going to take longer for them to process you. All right, so 2 years, TDC. I'm going to order mental health. You know, when you get there, they'll probably tell you where you can go to get mental health treatment. I'll give you credit for any time served. I'll show that the judgment is satisfied. State, do you agree that the judgment is satisfied?
Yes.
All right, I'll show that the judgment is satisfied. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you
Yes.
understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, we can go off the record. So usually what ends up happening, they usually will transport you to the prison. I don't know what the overcrowding situation is, so they may release you from the Bexar County Jail. They may not. So if they're transferring you to prison, just know the judgment will be in the system and they'll be able to see it. If there's some issue with any of his credit that he's received, your counsel can always come back to court. When you're released, if you cannot find where you need to go for mental health treatment, you can always come back to the court. If I'm here, I will direct you to the location so you can get treatment and make sure you stay on your medications. You understand?
Yes.
And if you are on your medications and they have bad side effects, you need to let your doctors know, because maybe they can give you something else. Don't just disregard them, okay?
I was on my in Vegas stand up, but here at the jail, they don't have it, so. But when I get back to, what you call it, Center for Health, they'll put me back on my injection.
Okay. All right. Good luck to you. All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, council. Okay, we just have Greg.
Start summer vacation. This is not what I planned.
This is not what you planned. So do you have any,
I had a case of 379, but I did.
do you have any travels upcoming?
Trials.
Travels?
Oh, my little nephew's getting married
Oh, wow.
in Colorado in June, and my other nephew got married, but they're having a celebration in Washington. And everyone's like, you need to be there. I'm like, did they already get married? I mean, what are we just?
What are you?
And they're gonna come back the next week. I'm like, I can't go everywhere. I got,
Yeah.
summers used to be Memorial Day to Labor Day, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Now it's like 2 months.
And
So
you know, you just sit back and you just relax.
I would like to, but I get to come in here and act like I know what I'm doing. So. But what about you, Judge? You gonna run anymore?
Oh, well, as soon as my house is rebuilt,
What?
yeah, maybe. So,
Something happened that,
well, I didn't realize this, but I do realize now, nothing lasts forever,
yes.
but you just never think about these things.
Right.
So I did not know the braided hose for the toilet,
Okay.
you're supposed to change that out every 10 years. The washing machine hose,
Oh, yeah.
you're supposed to change that out every 10 years. Things that are hidden.
You're lucky if you're changing hoses. I'm changing refrigerators and toilets. I'm changing the whole thing.
Yeah, you just don't think about certain things.
No, it's nice to be in a home, but then you're right. Like my insurance keeps tripling for my house. I'm like, I've never made a claim. And they're like, well, no, it's your roof. I'm like, we still got 20 more years. And they're like, yeah, but you get close.
Mhm.
I'm like, you know what? So
And when you add up how much money they've taken from you, well, not really taken, but that
Absolutely.
you've paid,
yes,
you should be covered a lot.
they should be doing me favors.
They should be calling you and saying, hey, we've taken all this money from you. You've never used, which you and your family like to go on a
It would
vacation.
be nice. Every time now I cringe when I see storms hit Southwest because it's a national thing.
Mhm.
They take our money to
Oh,
pay
yeah.
off those claims.
Mhm.
And then they go, well, we're going to upcharge you. Like, what?
yeah.
I wasn't in Tornado Alley. I wasn't in Kansas.
Yeah.
I mean, so
And you know that they're charging them extra for that
absolutely.
because my mom is not in a flood zone,
Oh.
but they still require her to have flood insurance.
That's crazy.
And there's never been a flood.
Never been a flood.
No, not near
The
her, nowhere
flood, the
close.
1,000-year flood.
No, it hasn't even happened.
And not even close. Yeah.
No.
We're in a 5-year drought here. This is just,
Mhm.
I remember in October of '98 when we moved here and it rained. And I mean, that big one in October that
Mhm.
just, and I'm thinking that was going to happen every year. I'm thinking, oh, maybe now it's just no water.
Well, they say we're in a heat dome or something.
Can we send a missile up? Can we do
Well,
something?
yeah.
Can we-
Well, they're making the new Twister movie, which I don't even know why. There's some things that they're doing remakes. They call it a reboot.
Right,
I'm like,
right.
no,
No.
you're just
You're
remaking.
remaking Twister.
And I'm just, why?
Yeah. Well, we went last night and watched Kingdom of the Apes and,
Mhm.
just because we wanted to hang out in the movie theater and you're kind of sitting here like, yeah, not necessary.
No.
You know.
I saw, so far this year, I've seen Dune.
That was good.
I still prefer the Sting version.
Oh, wow.
And then I saw The Fall Guy. They
What'd you
should have,
think of that?
they should have kept it to television.
Yeah. Yeah. Lee Majors. Remember that song?
Yes,
Yeah.
they should have just,
Something I've been
Yeah.
to with Farrah. Yeah, those were
Yeah.
all
so they
great.
should have just kept it there. And then what did I see recently? Let me see.
Barbie.
Hmm?
You see Barbie?
No, I'm in the twilight of my life, so I just can't go out and waste my time seeing things unless I'm like,
Said it was on Prime, and I said, you know what? Deb and I were hanging out one day, and I said, there was no more basketball. My poor Nuggets, just gave it up. They gave up to go.
Mhm.
They're like, we're done. And so I watched some of it, and it's interesting. It's
Yeah.
interesting.
and I saw Mad Max.
Now, what do you think about that?
Well, I will tell you, that one, which is supposed to be the prequel of the last one, was much better than the last one.
Okay, but not better than the original Mad Max.
Oh, of course not.
Yeah.
I would put it, well, the original Mad Max,
Right.
for me, it was good. Then you have Thunderdome, that was good.
Tina Turner.
And then I would put this one right behind that one.
Okay, okay.
So it was good.
No, there's, movies used to be our summer. That's what we used to do. every
Yes.
time.
Okay, and this is what the young people will never understand. The interns,
Yes, the young
They-
ones.
they will never understand this. You would get the newspaper and you would clip the coupon.
Absolutely.
My movie was 50 cents because you have that coupon
Yep,
and you get half off.
right.
Or either you can use it for popcorn. We would use it for half off. And you could be at the theater all day during the summer.
All day.
Yeah.
I watched Purple Rain 3 times when it came out.
Yeah.
And I watched it with a guy named Solomon Wilcots. Who, if
Mhm.
you turn on the radio, he is the NFL,
Mhm.
Sirius XM,
Yeah.
played at Cincinnati. Nice kid, nice kid. But we watched it 3 times. Like, we watch it again, call more friends. We watch it again, call more friends. So we
Oh, yeah.
watched that.
And you just sit there. And I remember we would go to the theater and would watch martial arts movie from beginning to end.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And my mom would take us to the theater on Saturdays. I want to say we would go once every 3 weeks or so. That was the treat.
Right.
And I remember we went to go see, what's the Mark Hamill movie?
Star Wars?
No, Perseus. Not
Oh.
Mark Hamill. What is the guy's name?
Indiana Jones.
No, not Indiana Jones.
You
He's
said
married.
Mark Hamill.
Let me
Now
see.
stuck. I got, what year are we talking?
Oh, we're talking the 80s.
So what, was it a heartthrob guy or
Yeah, Clash of the Titans,
Clash of the Titans?
the original one.
Right.
So we're in the theater watching that, but before it starts, they still had the previews.
Oh,
And
yeah.
my thing is always get there to see the,
Absolutely.
because that may be the best thing.
Yeah.
So this, and of course, my family, we're on a budget. So I'm with my mom, my brother, myself. And the previews to Clash of the Titans was Indiana Jones.
Oh.
And my mom was like, oh, we should have went to go see Indiana Jones.
Jones.
So what ends up happening is the following week, my mom was like, we're going to go see Indiana Jones. Clash of the Titans, as a child, I was a little bit upset with our hero.
I don't remember that one. I have to see it again.
Oh, you should watch the original one. Of course, the special effects are
Yeah.
that claymation stop motion
Right.
thing, which still was good. Sinbad is still good.
Yeah.
But he kept losing every item that the gods gave him.
I have to see it. I've seen the reboot, but you
Reboot, no.
couldn't beat Indiana Jones. You could be, I was a James Bond guy, so I was
Mhm.
always watching those. I remember The World's Greatest. Remember the Disney ones that came out?
Oh, yeah.
You know, the whole Flubber
Oh, yeah.
and
Oh,
Herbie.
yeah, I remember
Yeah.
Flubber. Did you ever watch the Matt Helm movies?
Which ones? The
Matt Helm. Matt Helm was the
Met him? Like
Matt.
no, I don't think so.
He was the American version of James Bond. It
No.
was with Dean Martin.
Oh my God.
Oh, it was awesome.
Yeah. No, you can't.
Those were the days.
Those were the days. Jaws.
Oh, see, I did not go to the theater to see Jaws.
My brother, just, that's fake. That's fake. Yeah,
But-
but then none of us could swim in a swimming pool. I mean, a swimming pool. We would think twice about getting in.
Okay, so here's my question about Jaws. It appeared from watching all the movies. You remember, I watched it when it came to television.
Right.
Do you remember? I think it was like the third one or whatever, where they find out that the shark is on a vendetta.
Right.
So if you know the shark is on the vendetta, where are sharks?
In the water.
So why would you take your family on a vacation at a resort surrounded by water?
You know, the town had that issue. They go, we got to open the beaches. This is our commerce right here.
Yeah.
And Roy Schneider was like, no, they're not safe.
Yeah.
And he goes, well, we got to find, well, we'll watch the beaches. It was crazy.
It was chaos. I would tell you, I would say, okay, we're going to open the beaches, but the family that the shark has a vendetta against,
Oh, yeah.
we're going to let them know they're in the heartland. Get there.
See, we're not even talking about horror movies. I would not spend a second watching those.
Ah.
Poltergeist, all that, never.
Poltergeist, should they have just ran
I
away
never
and left
saw
Carol
it.
Ann behind?
Yes, the answer was yes. You know, the Stanley Hotel, that's right up for, what was one with Jack Nicholson, the famous one, here's
Shining?
The Shining. That hotel is right behind our, well, not, it's in Estes Park, which is about 20 miles away, but it's an actual hotel.
You should watch. Did you ever watch Psych, the
Yes.
series?
I didn't watch the whole series, but I've seen it.
Well, the guy who plays in there, the lead character, Sean, is actually from San Antonio.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So they did an episode of The Shining. And I want to say the name of the episode is called Here's Lassie. You should watch that.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll check it out. Here's Lassie.
Mhm.
Some good stuff. We're not wasting time. We're conferring. That's
Oh, no, I know you guys are conferring. Well, that's awesome. But Greg, we also found out the interns had never seen The Night Shift with Michael Keaton.
No.
They haven't seen that.
They were born in what? 2002? What year? 2001? 1990? Oh, you're good, yeah. The night shift is one of his best.
Here's the thing, that's a classic. There's no excuse.
No,
It's sort of, if you are born in the year 2000, you still should have seen the Ten Commandments.
Oh,
There's no excuse.
it's been, you don't think about that. It's been 24 years since 2000, right?
Mhm.
From 2000.
Well, speak for yourself.
1976, you should be going back and watching Staying Alive and Semi Fever. And like I have kids that haven't even seen Rocky.
Ah,
You know, watch Rocky.
how do you not watch Rambo?
And Rambo. Because it triggers them.
Judge Mayer,
Yes. Hello, how's it going? Are you still in your boot?
I am not in the boot anymore in the brace. I'm trying to go without. They have me in anti-gravity running right now.
You know, I watched a episode of My Feet Are Killing Me.
Mhm.
And there was a lady on there, she had been in a boot for 7 years, never took it off.
Now, the moment that like you can get out of that brace and everything, I was
Mhm.
so happy, but still restricted, so it's still a
Oh.
process.
Well,
Well, I'm trying. I mean, they're having me graduate from therapy and they're like, you can essentially do, so these are like my chunkier boots that are like court appropriate. Since Odyssey is not working and I'm gonna have to come down and get.
what you think, Odyssey is not working? Who would have said such a thing?
Like I had said that and voiced it. I was like, it'll just let me go see Judge more often.
See, there you go.
Positive thinking, Judge. As always, thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Have a good one.
You too. Bye.
See ya.
Judge.
Yes.
Except for Earth, Wind and Fire.
I'm sorry, what?
Earth, Wind and Fire, any song.
September?
I mean, I'm not. That part.
Reasons?
I know who the band is, but I couldn't tell you any of their songs. I'll hear them tonight for 2 hours.
What? I tell you what, if you just go and type in Earth, Wind and Fire, so many of their songs will come up.
2 hours.
Okay. Boogie Wonderland. Boogie Wonderland.
Oh, wait, I do that one. Okay, I know.
Mhm.
That's all it's just.
I know that one, how much?
Mhm.
Yeah, they were, they, 70s, 80s. They have 100, I don't know, great news. I don't even songs. Yeah, I mean, probably about 100 years old. Isn't that's or just a different. At the end. That's.
That's the kind of music we play.
Callahan and,
Yes.
14. Yeah, with the four voices. That's what the just. Oh, it's all big. Yes.
You know,
I think I know the song, I still know.
I dare you to sit still when that plays. You just start want to move.
Oh, yeah. That's why I listen to the name. Yeah.
You know the part.
Thanks. No, the young kids are. I mean, I just gotta go by. Well, I would take this.
Yes. Sure.
That's a conversation you guys have. Yeah. Right.
Oh, thank you.
I think, well,
Could you meet us for a moment? Thank you. All right, so, on Holmes,
Yes, Your Honor. Approach.
yes.
Your Honor, I've had the opportunity to confer with the state and,
Mhm.
we have an offer
Okay.
that my client is weighing.
Mhm.
But at the same time, you know, we want to move forward with this. So what I'm thinking is if we set this for a trial date, then we can either take the plea, and Mr. Garinahan, I think, understands this. But I don't want to get into the summer and then have a reset and then we're stuck with.
Oh, no, I'm gonna bring y'all back on June 24th. On June 24th. Is that a good date for you,
Your
counsel?
Honor, that's when I'm gonna be leaving,
Ah.
go out of town.
So,
Like July 10th-ish, so anywhere in that July 12th range. would be
well,
perfect.
when do you leave?
I'm gonna leave probably June 25th. I mean, that's
All right, we can come back on June 17th or the 18th.
before I go.
That will be the plea deadline date.
Something to think.
She has a graduation routine.
On what time?
She has a graduation routine in the country.
No, when is this?
What's today? I have to check my calendar.
Sure.
I'm good with calendars. so-
Yeah, all right.
I believe it's on the 18th.
All right.
June 18th.
All right, so just to be on the safe side, then I'll put your plea deadline date on June 13th.
Okay,
All right, so you'll need to be back here on June 13th at 9 a.m.
Yeah.
And at that time, you need to let the court know whether or not you're accepting the state's offer. Is there anything else?
no, Your Honor, I was just wondering, are we coming back on my other case on June 12th or is that July?
That's in July. Let me make sure.
You know what, Judge, it's another court. We're fine.
Okay,
We're fine.
all right.
Okay, and I'll talk to my client more about this and get a situation.
Sure, and if you go to the back offices, Ms. Ferguson will give you a reset.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you. Good seeing you.
Good seeing you too. Thank you for your
All
time.
right,
Thank you.
sure.
Very good. That's time. Reset.
All right, we are done for today. We'll be back tomorrow at 9 for jury. And since